guys, PortalMaster9351 here, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing something very interesting and unexpected that could relate to Skylanders. So, I am right now building up a bunch of videos for a giant video that I'm going to release later on called Activision's Master Plan. I've mentioned this in a lot of my past videos because they are all part of a series leading up to that. Well, it looks like that Master Plan video may be getting a wrench thrown into it, or at least the Master Plan itself may be getting a wrench thrown into it. And the reason for that is because it was announced today that Activision Publishing CEO Eric Hirshberg is stepping down after 8 years. This is the guy that has spearheaded some of the biggest projects that Activision has produced in the past 8 years. Including Skylanders, Destiny, most of the recent Call of Duty games, the Crash remaster, and who knows what else this man has helped think of that we have not even seen yet because that's not out yet. So, this is a guy that is responsible for a lot of what Activision has done over the past 8 years, and that has been a lot of things. He's also done Guitar Hero Live, but that kind of failed, so we won't talk about that. We'll just kind of brush over that one, but the point is that I keep saying this is the guy in charge of everything at Activision. There is technically a dude above him. I think his name is Bobby Kotick or something like that, if I'm correct, and he's over like Activision Blizzard, and Eric Hirshberg is just over Activision. I'm not sure how that works, but I do know for a fact that Eric Hirshberg is the biggest dude in Activision. He is in charge of all of Activision stuff. He is the CEO, and that is a pretty big job title. Now, the thing is, most of the articles, which there are a lot of, this is a huge thing in the business industry because Activision is a giant company and this could have major ramifications on their stock, their long-term value and stuff like that. So the business world is clamoring over this because this is actually big news, not just for gaming or Skylanders, but really it's actually big financial news because Activision is a very large company. So most of the articles that I've read say absolutely nothing about why he stepped down. And it does say that he is stepping down. It's not like the board of directors at Activision came together to oust the CEO. It looks like Eric Hirshberg left of his own accord, and so why would you want to leave that position? I don't know, especially since there's nothing that says, you know, here's where he's going or whatever. So, you know, it's kind of random to just do a video on a Skylanders channel about this one dude in Activision, but it's actually pretty important because you've got to think, this is the guy that has approved all of the Skylanders games. You know, I know that it's not like the power division in a company doesn't work where the CEO is the only one that makes decisions. That's not how things go. But still the point is that this guy has been a key player in all of the Skylanders games because he's been there for the past 8 years, so that dates back to 2010. And so that means that before the first Skylander game even was out, he was the CEO. So he's been there the entire lifespan of Skylanders to this date. So could getting a new CEO have some big ramifications on the Skylanders franchise? Yes, it absolutely could. In the short term, it probably won't have that big of an impact because the thing is, we know for a fact that Activision plans pretty much everything they do 2 to 3 years in advance. So I highly doubt that a new CEO would come in and say, scrap everything you've done under this guy, you're doing what I say now. What you've planned for the next year, not happening. I mean, it very well could. Some new guy could come in and just push all the papers off the table and say, we're starting back at square one. I don't like any of this other guy's ideas. Here's what we're doing. But that's unlikely, and I don't see that happening. So I would say the long-term viability of Skylanders could be affected by this. The short-term, probably not so much. And that is why my master plan video for Activision is still probably going to be relevant. It is just going to have a few things that I'm going to have to take into consideration with the fact that we are getting a brand new guy. And they don't know who the new guy is yet either. They have not announced who the next CEO of Activision will be. I don't have any guesses. I'm not up to date enough in the business world to even be able to predict who a potential new CEO could be, what new business strategies he could bring, and how that could affect games. I am not well educated on those topics at all, so I can't really say when a new guy comes in, this is what's going to happen. But I will say that some things are likely going to change for at least some of the franchises that Activision has. It could be for the better, it could be for the worse. But this is something that anyone who is interested in Skylanders should know about because it is such a relevant piece of information. As I keep saying, this guy has been there the entire time that Skylanders has been around. And with a new replacement, a lot of things could be changing for Skylanders, for better or for worse, and it's something we need to keep in mind in the coming days. Eric Hirshberg is not actually stepping down until March, though, so he will be with us at that upcoming press conference in February the 8th. He will do that last quarterly press conference and give us one last rundown of the numbers for Skylanders, Crash, Call of Duty, Destiny, all those things. He will be there one last time, so that'll be our farewell to Eric Hirshberg kind of thing. But anyways, that is really all I have to discuss for now, because this is, while we know he's stepping down, I can't really say much more other than things are probably going to change, but I don't really know if they are or not. So, here's what I want you guys to do. Tell me down in the comments, how do you think that Eric Hirshberg stepping down will affect Skylanders, if at all? Do you think it's going to make it better? Do you think he made poor decisions that's going to be fixed by someone new? Or do you think he's the reason that the franchise was so successful? What do you think is going to change about Skylanders now that the CEO of Activision is stepping down? Tell me that down in the comments. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.